All right. So we just watched and reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which makes it a trilogy in the MCU. And now we have, I believe, 7 trilogies in the MCU. And we're going to talk about which one is our favorite. We're not going to rank them right now, but we're going to do that. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So we got Iron Man, we got Captain America, we got Thor, we got Ant-Man. Ant-Man, because that counts. We got Spider-Man, right? We got Avengers, because there has been a few Avenger movies. And now with this one, we got Guardians. There we go. So that's our list right there. We got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Pretty good list. Anyone? So let's work from the bottom down. Which one's the worst? Which one's your least favorite?
Thor. Done.
Thor?
Thor's is by far.
Thank you for subscribing, Khalif. Appreciate it.
Thor is 7.
Okay.
The first Thor and then Dark World. Yeah, you lost me.
So I agree. What makes Thor the worst one? I guess we are going to rank them. I'll put that there. I would probably put Ant-Man.
I'll put Iron Man 6.
You put Iron Man 6?
Even though the first one is that good. First one is very good. 2 was almost booty, and 3 was worse than booty.
I agree, because same thing with Ant-Man number 1 was good, but I think Iron Man 1 was better.
Oh yeah, agree.
And then you go Iron Man 2 versus Ant-Man 2.
Wash.
I would probably give it to Ant-Man.
Yeah,
barely. And then Ant-Man 3 and Iron Man 3.
I like Ant-Man 3 a lot more than I like Iron Man 3. A lot more. Iron Man 3 was terrible. Terrible.
It was pretty bad.
Mandarin? Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I agree with this. So we're going to put
Iron Man 6, yeah.
So we're going to put Ant-Man 5?
Yeah, Ant-Man's 5.
Ant-Man's 5.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I like that. So now we're down to the real, like the nitty-gritty. Like those I kind of thought were all at the bottom anyway.
I wanted to talk about this. So I've been saying for years that Captain America, the first Avenger, was a terrible movie. I recently just watched it last night. That movie is so effing good. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. That movie is so
The first
good.
Avenger?
Yes, it was so. I enjoyed it so much more now. More because I know where it's. I enjoyed the Peggy part of it. I enjoyed the movie so much more now. I did not like it when it first came out. I thought it was terrible, and it's just it's full of story. I like all his helpers. I liked it so much more.
Okay.
So,
I mean, number 1 would probably be my weakest of the 3 because number 2, Winter Soldier, awesome. That is epic. That is like top level, just comic book movie.
My only problem with Civil War, it doesn't feel like a Captain America. It feels like it's a cheat. That's cheating.
It is. It's almost like an Avengers movie.
It's an Avengers movie. So how do you call it? It's a cheat. But because of that, I still say Captain America is 4 and Avengers 3 because Avengers is 3 because it's the greatest movie of all of them. It's still Endgame. Endgame is so, and if the first Avengers was good,
first Avengers was really good,
and Endgame is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then even what's the in between? Infinity War was great. The only one that and Age of Ultron, the further we go further away, the more you realize how good that movie was.
It was enjoyable. Because all right, so that's the issue we're at right now. Is let me cut that. Is where do we put
I think
Captain America.
Avengers is better than Captain America.
I mean, I think Avengers.
What movie is
me? I think Avengers is number one out of everything because it was but it's hard to do because you just can't watch an Avengers movie without watching everything else.
You can watch Endgame. Endgame was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think about sometimes I'm inevitable. After you did all that stuff, you came back to me. The greatest villain is still in Endgame, in Infinity War, because he won Infinity War. Like, come on,
that
man.
Was like his movie, kind of.
And then the first Avengers was really good with Loki.
Game changing. I mean, just movies in general is like, oh, we're able to take all these movies and put them all together into one epic kind of movie. That's why I kind of want to put Avengers number one, like the best of the best, because of what it did, but also
I think
it belongs.
Spider-Man is so good, man.
I mean, it's up there too. But also Spider-Man was in a Captain America movie when you first introduced Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I think
in a Captain America movie, which is funny.
Captain America is still, for me, is 4. No matter how we do this, Captain America is 4.
Yeah, I like that. I agree with that one. I like that. You got it now. Now you're gonna make me go watch. You can make me go watch.
I couldn't believe the first one I was watching. I was like, man, this is not bad.
Yeah. You'll make me go watch it now. All right. Spider-Man, Avengers, and Guardians.
All right. This is a lot harder. I like all 3 Guardians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man, all 3 of them made so much money. And I think I liked, as I was watching them, I enjoyed each of them that Tom Holland did. It just was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But the Avengers, Age of Ultron is the only. If it was Age of Ultron didn't have that problem, it would literally be the greatest thing ever. Like, oh man.
I mean, Guardians 2, a lot of people did not like. I really liked it. I know you said you liked it. But
I like it a lot.
And also Avengers Age of Ultron, which is Avengers 2. Same thing. A lot of people complained about it. Spider-Man, no one really complained about anything. Any of them.
All of it was good.
Yeah. And made it it's a butt ton. It's also Spider-Man, man. It's like the biggest superhero, one of the biggest ever.
I feel like Spider-Man is number 1. I know it's weird. Because
you think of it as a trilogy.
Yeah.
It's probably the most actual
complete
actual trilogy that tells a full story. Yeah. Granted, you had to have seen an Avenger movie, which is it's weird because the way Spider-Man is, like, you had to see a Captain America movie to first get introduced to Spider-Man, and you had to see an Avengers movie to get the continuation story of it. But that's kind of the state of the MCU right now.
Yeah,
it's like
all of them tie in together. That's just what it is.
Yeah. And that's another thing I forgot to say is, like, Guardians has nothing to do with anything else going on in the MCU, and I personally loved it. I enjoyed it. I'm like, I don't give a shit what's going on with the Skrulls and Miss Marvel and Photon and Captain Marvel and all Sword and Shield, whatever. This story I like it was its own thing. All 3 of them were.
And then the exact opposite, we'll say, for Avengers. Avengers is everything, dealing with everything. But the most heroic moments in all movie history, and all of comic book movie history, is in Avengers. Like, we're talking about
Endgame. I mean,
Endgame is. I can't watch Endgame to this day, knowing what's going on, without getting a little bit of a tear.
Yeah.
And when he says, "And I am Iron Man," like, dude, come on, I get goosebumps every time I hear it.
Yeah. I mean, when he says Avengers Assemble when he grabs the hammer.
My God. And it's just him, and you see all the bad things around the other side.
I want that as a poster. I just want that as a giant ass poster on my wall.
Oh man, that's On your left, Cap. On your left.
So what are we putting in? Where are we putting Guardians? And where are we putting Avengers? We only got number 2 and number 3.
See, my only thing is Avengers is not really a trilogy.
I mean, technically there's Thor, because
but
Thor
it's 3 at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
It's at the worst. Because out of all 4 movies, only one was good.
So it's a quadrilogy. Quadrilogy, I guess.
But even if we take Avengers, if we take 3 out of the 4, it's hard to say, but I look at Endgame and Infinity War as one big movie, I guess, because it kind of is. It kind of is part 1, part 2 of the same story.
Okay,
we could do that.
But then it still leaves Ultron. Is Ultron better than Guardians 2?
I think Guardians 2 is better than Ultron.
Okay. Is anything better than Infinity War or Endgame?
No, I mean that's kind of borderline cheating at that point. But yeah, I mean it's the ultimate,
the greatest superhero movie like ever. So it's like
so we're putting that number 2.
I guess you got to put Avengers 2.
Yeah, so that means Guardians 3. Yeah. I'm cool with. But also Avengers is I said borderline cheating because it is everybody and it's the most epic of everything. But it is technically an MCU trilogy, even though it has more than 3, it still needs to get to 3 to get to 4, first. So
I've seen a lot of people actually put Avengers much lower on the list,
which is crazy because Avengers 1 was you gotta go back at that time. Like Avengers 1 was great. If Iron Man either 2 or 3 was good, it would probably be way different in that ranking. Yep. But 2 and 3
Iron Man 1 is like the greatest,
one of the best
by itself. Like the movie, my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first. But Avengers went from Avengers 1 was great, Avengers 2, and then 3 and 4, which is really a part 1, part 2. Originally, that's what it was. It was part 1, part 2. But
I had to wait 3 years, so I'm going to say
it. Yeah,
I had to wait all that time between it, but no, it's 2 different movies.
Yeah, but I'm cool with that. I'm cool with this right here.
I'm cool with this, but if someone wanted to argue me something a little bit different, I will be okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, you can argue. I think Captain America and Guardians. You can argue with that. You can argue. I think Avengers. You can have a good argument with Age of Ultron. Spider-Man is really hard to argue out of number 1, though. Yeah, you got to have a really, really good reason why something else should be number 1 besides Spider-Man.
Because all 3 of them are good.
Yeah,
but it's just I've seen a lot of people saying it's 3.
Yeah. What, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
What's number 1?
They got Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think that's more because I really love Guardians of the Galaxy. All 3 of them, I love them. And I think they make sense with how they progressed, But
so this one has Avengers 1, Captain America 2, Spider-Man 3.
Wow. Like Avengers, I can see, you know what? I think that whatever I said earlier, I can see Avengers being number 1 because it is the ultimate. It is the ultimate, It is.
It's just it's worse. Spider-Man, it doesn't have anything that's that low. They're worse.
Yeah.
But there's nothing better. Nothing better than Avengers. And it's cheating. It's what it is. It's just
like cheating. Right now for me, the only thing that brings it down to a number 2 is Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yep.
That's the only reason why I would bring it down. But
which I didn't hate either. I didn't hate that one either. So
yeah. Like these, Thor, Iron Man, Ant-Man, I agree with being the bottom 3.
Yeah.
I agree with. The next 4, that's where it kind of gets like what is, because I can see Captain America being way up higher. I can see it being
People love Captain America.
Yeah,
and still, Winter Soldier. People love that. It was the introduction of T'Challa.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a lot of things. A lot of things happen in that. But once again, it's kind of cheaty because it's not really a Captain America movie. It's almost like a mini Avengers. All their things are mini Avengers except for the first one, which was not the best one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm cool with this. So, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see if anybody watches. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah,
if you're watching live or on replay.
I can't wait to see everyone else's ranking.
Jesus. Sorry about that. I moved and I squished the tail. You didn't like that. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what other people will think because I can see things being just bounced around a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Avengers could go 1. I could see Spider-Man 2, Guardians 3. I think Captain America could be higher, but I thought Guardians is just so good. I don't know.
The Guardians was really good, but like I said, I really liked all 3. But I understand that a lot of people didn't like number 2.
Yep.
But for me personally, it would make my ranking even better because like I said, after watching number 3, I appreciate number 2 even more because it takes you down this path of them becoming closer and closer and closer, coming together, learning, and now, willing to sacrifice, anything for each other, which is like the ultimate like meaning of family, so yeah.
I think we stay with this. I'm okay
I like
with
it.
this.
I'm cool with it too. But anybody in chat, let us know. If not, if you're watching on replay, let us know what you think about this down here. You like Spider-Man being number 1, Avengers number 2, Guardians number 3, the rest on the list. Let us know what your ranking is. These are all MCU trilogies. What is your ranking of the MCU trilogies? There's only 7 out right now. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What's the next closest trilogy? Who's got 2 movies out? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta think about it because they've been Doctor Strange.
Yep, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is gonna be the next trilogy when they do that. So okay. Which once we add that in there, that's gonna be interesting too.
That's gonna be interesting too. Where does that
have
live?
to save this file and see where we move.
But you know what? In the top 3, what they did so perfectly is that they ended the story perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers ended the story perfectly. I mean, perfect. I mean, people are crying every single time you at a funeral. You really felt the funeral.
Yeah.
Spider-Man did a great job. It got to where we were always supposed to get to. That's what it did. It understood the assignment and got there.
Yeah.
Guardians. At the end of the movie, you felt like everyone. It was a bow wrapped around it, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
So
that's really true. All 3 of them had good endings to their storylines. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. So let us know. Leave a comment and let's chit chat and figure out if we can meet in the middle, or if you agree with us or not. But leave a comment. Let us know. And hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. And once we get there, we are doing some giveaways. We're going to start announcing them pretty soon. So make sure you subscribe and be part of the Spoiler Kings. And you can always join us live every Monday and Thursday if you want to be part of the show. But that is it from us.